Duty calls when you're 8.5 months old, if you happen to be third in line to the throne. George had been brought by his mum to a specially convened playgroup at Government House in Wellington to meet 10 other babies who were born at around the same time as him. An occasion fraught with all kinds of possibilities for things that could go wrong. But for a little boy who probably hasn't met many other children yet, but who's certainly going to have to get used to brief encounters like this, he seemed to cope with it all pretty well. Nobody had any major tantrums, and the special guest didn't say or do anything inappropriate, so far as we could tell. Pretty good, then, for a royal meet and greet. Little wonder that Mum looked pleased, while Dad chatted to some of the other parents. One thing was established: George is definitely crawling, and according to witnesses, he wasn't averse to taking a rather proprietorial approach to toys, which is a polite way of saying he saw off anyone who wanted to have a go with his. How long before he's walking? Well, again, according to those who purport to know about these things, it may not be long. But all of that will have to wait for another time, because after a few minutes of scrutiny, George was left to play with his rattle. And that's really the last we're going to see of George for a few days. He'll be out of sight while his mum and dad visit different towns and cities in New Zealand. Nicholas Witchell, BBC News in Wellington.